Hello, flower friends. On this week's episode, I want to dive into wedding planners. This may sound like I am beating a dead horse, but, and that might be a very Minnesotan thing to say, but wedding planners are such a big part of my business and planners in general that if you are not capitalizing, utilizing, trying to grow your relationships with wedding planners, you are missing out. You are missing out on revenue. You are missing out on, frankly, hitting the fucking easy button. And I want to give you a situation, and I have talked about this recently because this has just made me a little bit more aware of how impactful wedding planners are and how impactful working with planners in general. And I'm not just talking about wedding planners specifically. You can be working with corporate planners, like people who specialize in event planning, period. That could be for birthdays, bar mitzvahs, you guys, are huge revenue. If you are in with the Jewish community and you can get into bar mitzvahs, that is a huge revenue opportunity for you. It could be, there's so many different kind of niche planners out there. But corporate planners are huge. And especially around the holidays, they are helping companies pull off huge events for their holiday parties, and 9 times out of 10, they're gonna have some floral aspect on there. I also did a corporate event last March that was $40,000 that I booked 2.5 weeks before because a new planner came on that I had a relationship with, and it was go time to figure things out. So we designed, ordered, executed everything within 2.5 weeks. So the opportunity is there, but you might not know where to get started. And so that's what I want to talk about today. How can you even get started with working with planners? And this is actually the topic in the Floral CEO Mastermind this month. I know, like I've mentioned, but I have also seen florists that I've coached who have developed relationships with planners and how impactful that has been for their business as well. So this month, we are diving into the different types of planners and how different planners work with clients. It is complicated really understanding, okay, a planner sent me this and is asking me this. How are they working with the client? Like, I don't understand. And after all of these years of seeing the gamut of different requests, I felt like it was important enough to just talk about that. Then we're going to dive in. One of the training sessions is all about like, how can you actually prospect wedding planners, event planners? How do you network with them? How do you start building relationships? And then we normally do a life coaching session every month because I'm a certified life coach and I feel like life and business go hand in hand. So we do some type of training in the mastermind. We're going to talk about like building confidence to talk to planners and how to have that confidence, because it's really important, especially with people who are professionals in our industry, to come off, because confidence sells. And so those are just 3 of the topics. Plus we're having a hot seat. We're having an off hours. So go check out floralceo.com/mastermind if you are ready for 2026 to be different, because I know what it feels like to be like, next year is going to be different. Next year, I'm going to do things differently. Next year, and honestly, like, I don't know how many times I've coached somebody and they kept going, next year is going to be my year. And then the next year was going to be their year and the next year. And so until you finally decide to make change, and yes, change takes an investment, things are likely going to be the same unless you go all in. And so if you are all in on your dreams in 2026 and you even are like, is this right for me? Send me a DM, send me an email at Jeni at floralceo.com. I would love to talk to you. So, how do you get started with wedding planners? Wedding planners and event planners. So, let's just talk about the different kinds. So, there are wedding specific planners. And normally, when somebody is a planner, they usually, in my experience, they try to specialize, because when you specialize and you niche down, usually, your knowledge is deeper and you become known for it. But I have run into planners that, like, okay, they do weddings, but they also do some corporate events. But normally a planner like stays in their lane of they're a corporate. A lot of planners that really like they enjoy working corporate, or they enjoy working weddings, or they enjoy their niche. So like niche planners, of course, I have seen corporate niche planners that specialize in design. So this is actually a situation that happened. I had a event planner slash designer reach out to me and was working with a national. So this is how they got involved. It was a national agency, and they were going to plan launch events for a program in all of their key markets. So then they reached out to me with a full design deck, and they found me on Instagram. So that's proof to me, like, make sure you're tagging the venues, make sure you are putting yourself out there on Instagram, because I get people just saying that they found me on Instagram. Also, another thing, planners do not like to fill out contact us forms. If you do not have your email address somewhere on your website, that will slow a planner down, because they do not want to fill out the boxes. So that type of planner I love working with, because for one, who wouldn't love a design deck of a really cool concept? And, they're reaching out to you to get information on working with you if you're available. Sometimes they want a price quote. I'm going to dive into when that happens and how to handle that in the mastermind. But if somebody's reaching out to you and they have that, to me, that's a really good sign. So getting started with one of those, you got to put yourself out there to be known that you're receiving that kind of work. You could be posting if you want to work with corporate, like potentially that could be one of your social media content pillars, that you're posting on a weekly basis as one of your content pillars. I do corporate designs. And that will help invite those people in. That's the kind of work that you receive and you would like to work with them. You could have a evergreen, which an evergreen piece of creative is something that is timeless. Just like evergreen is timeless. It doesn't die unless it's diseased or something, but it's always there. And so it's some content that you can come back to. And so you could have an evergreen content pillar or creative that you just run in your stories, that has a link. Every time you post it, you could put a link to your corporate events contact us form. So then you're putting yourself out there, and then that corporate event planner sees, oh yeah, they do corporate events. I should reach out to them because 3M just reached out to me, or whoever just reached out to me. So really making sure that you're putting out there, that's going to help invite those people in. Same thing with wedding planners. You need to put out there that you do wedding flowers, that you work with you're a wedding florist that specializes in weddings. You can specialize in weddings, but also do corporate events. That doesn't say that you can't work with both of those type of planners. but you need to be putting it out there. So really getting started is putting it out there that you do that kind of work. I put out there on a regular basis that I do cultural weddings. So I attract cultural wedding planners. Planners who specialize in cultural events like Hindu weddings or Sikh weddings or Muslim weddings or whatever. I work with several planners that help with those and decorators, like people who specialize in backdrops and structures and things like that. Again, I'm putting myself out there. So you need to make sure, like, starting with attracting that is making sure that you're presenting that that is a service that you offer and something that you can handle when it comes your way. So the next thing is to start working with those people. Try to follow them on social media. Start engaging with them. That hopefully when you start engaging with more, the algorithm is going to see that. And hopefully that's going to start pushing your content when you're posting that evergreen content, when you're posting a beautiful wedding you did, when you post a beautiful bar mitzvah that you did, when you post a beautiful Jewish wedding that you did, when you post a beautiful cultural wedding, whatever it is, hopefully that content, the more you interact with that other person, hopefully that content will be more seen by them because you're showing a deeper level relationship. So starting to follow them. Let's just say that you are somebody who specializes in, we're just going to say, Jewish weddings. I would do some basic Googling, Jewish wedding planners and your market. I then would go in and go, okay, these are all the Jewish wedding planners that showed up, and maybe they showed up through Pinterest, maybe they showed up through photographer links, whatever. Then you're going to go and find them on Instagram and Facebook, and you're going to go in and follow them. Then go in when you follow them and comment on 3 Jewish weddings. This is so beautiful. Like, I absolutely love this chuppah. And like say something that is, of course, specific to the picture, because that makes sure that they understand that you're reading it, you're acknowledging, you're not just spamming. Then you're going to post something like maybe in a couple days on another one of their pictures. And so then you're just starting to cultivate, like, your name is popping up. So then hopefully at this point, they've gone to their heart button in Instagram. And they've looked and they're like, "Oh, this person, they followed me like 3, 4 days ago, and they've commented on some of my posts, and they've commented on my Jewish weddings. Okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look at their page, and then I'm gonna see, oh, I see they do Jewish weddings too. Huh, I should keep them in mind." So, like, that's where you start planting the seeds, getting your name out there, getting your name in front of these people, and then make a list of 10 Jewish wedding planners or make a list of 10. It doesn't matter what it is, whatever lane that you want to be in, corporate event planners, luxury wedding planners, eco, or ones that you just really love their design or whatever. Start trying to follow, interact, and build some type of relationship. Because I have had it happen that then I've been at a networking event and I've seen that person and I know that person because I've seen their face on Instagram. They've seen my face. You guys, it is crazy the amount of people that come up to me and know who I am because I put my face on my Instagram page. I put my face on my Facebook page so people know me. When people know you, like, it makes a conversation so much easier. When they feel like they know your face, when somebody feels like they know your voice, you guys, if you listen to the podcast, I guarantee if you came to one of my workshops, and we're in person, or you were in my mastermind, because you've listened to me, because you know how I speak, you know that I kind of talk like a sailor occasionally. You know that, like, I sometimes talk fast. I mean, you just understand my mannerisms after this long. you start to feel more comfortable with that person as a human because their voice is starting to settle in as something like that feels comfortable versus you've never heard this person and all of a sudden you're in a room, you don't know really anything about like, what if they talk really fast? What if you can't keep up? What if when they're talking, they really are judgmental? I mean, there's a million things. I always equate it to think of when you're watching like American Idol or one of those like singing shows and this little person coming out and is kind of mousy. And then all of a sudden they're just like belting it. And then I heard one and it was so funny because Katy Perry was one of the judges. And this woman came out and she started singing an Adele song. So really, I like deep and soulful and beautiful. But then she started talking and she sounded like freaking Minnie Mouse. And they couldn't get past her voice. Sometimes you frankly do not like listening to someone's voice, and that is not like a bad thing. That's human nature. And when somebody can feel comfortable, when somebody can know your face and feel familiar with it, the more chances you have of building a relationship. So use what you got. Do a video even. Hi, I'm Jeni from Green Goddess Floral, and I am a wedding and event florist. I have done over 1,700 weddings, and I really specialize in color. I love color. I love locally grown flowers, like your elevator pitch. And we actually, in my business bouquets and branding workshop, we go through and you have the opportunity to get a video done by my amazing videographer friend, Tim Thornburg. And he puts a video of these clips together of you basically talking about your business and marketing your business with your elevator pitch. You can use it on social, you can use it on your website, but you're going to get people used to your cute, stinking face. And that is so powerful. You want to get in with planners, get your cute, stinking face in front of them and get talking and get them to know you. Get them to just know how lovable you are because you guys, we all love flowers. We wouldn't be doing this if we hated it. I've never met somebody I freaking hate flowers, but I'm doing this because I have to. I've never. I mean, maybe those people are out there. I just haven't met them. But somebody's got to fall in love with you. They got to like just think that this person is a solution provider and they do what I need. And especially with planners, their whole business is about attracting people who inevitably probably need flowers. So here is a person who their whole business is attracting a person who needs your product. Some planners do 15 weddings a year. Some planners do 50. I know planners that do 50 events a year. Yes, they do some back-to-backs. Yes, they have maybe a team that helps, but they do 50 weddings. 50. So let's just say that you have a really solid relationship with 5 planners that do 30 weddings a year. And each one of them sent you 3. That's 15 weddings, you guys. 15 weddings from you building 5 relationships. Instead of building 15 brand new relationships with people off the street, off of Instagram, off of wherever, that is so powerful. And I know because 2/3 of my income comes from those relationships. Hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, you guys, comes from these type of relationships. That's why I'm so passionate about. I'm fired up, you guys. I'm fired up about the Floral CEO Mastermind this month because I know how powerful this is. And I I want you guys to have that knowledge to harness that. It is so important to make the easy button accessible, and wedding planners are the easy button your business is missing if you are not capitalizing on this. So, getting started, get your face out there, get marketing how you can serve that specific niche of planner, wedding planner, cultural planner, corporate planner, Jewish wedding planner, bar mitzvah planner, whatever it is. And there's tons of like just all of these like balloon slash baby shower planners and event decorators that are coming up. Event decorators in general, those are a whole kind of subset to market to. Any of those type of niche, they have access to so many clients. And those clients could be your clients. So I invite you in if you want to dig deeper into this. If you really want your business to be different in 2026, go check out floralceo.com/mastermind or send me a DM. Ask me any questions you have about it because it will change your business in 2026. You deserve to get all of these things starting to line up. And it's time to stop playing small. It's December, you guys. I'm always like fired up because I'm dreaming big about how I can help you guys, how I can make your dreams, like, especially now that I'm on the farm and so many things have come into alignment that I've been dreaming about for years and years and years. And that can happen for you. Like all these big dreams you have are totally possible while getting your kids off the bus, while snuggling your kiddos. Like it has been so joyful because our chickens just started laying eggs like 3 nights ago. And every night I am so grateful that I can go out with our little egg basket and pick an egg with my son instead of having to worry about, like, I used to work at night, you guys. I used to sell cars at night. And then when I worked for corporate, like my mind, I was running a team, I was running this big sales organization. My mind was just there. And then when I wasn't doing that, I was focusing on the floral business and getting all that shit done. I was just spread thin. And then managing a kiddo, and that's when we were finding out like Bella had autism. I mean, I've been through the gamut. And I know that if you're in the thick ass mud that feels so heavy, that there is a way out. If you have big goals in 2026, I want to support you. And thank you for supporting me with listening to this podcast. I know I mentioned a little while ago, but I hit 300 episodes. And that just felt so good because I know you probably don't know a lot about podcasting. I've learned a lot over the now years doing this. And most podcasts don't make it past 10 episodes. So to be at I think I'm at 306 now. It feels really good. And that's how I know all of these little strategies can have big dividends. And you can too. So thank you so much for listening, flower friend. And you have an amazing flower filled week.